Welcome. Thank you for joining me, JG, back with book review number 2, The Revelation of St. John. This book is about the book of Revelation inside of the Holy Bible. And before we talk about this book, which explains the book of Revelation, I want you to understand that the Bible, if you will, and particularly the book of Revelation, is written in 2 languages. Some of you are familiar with the 2 languages, but for those of you who aren't, they are esoteric and the exoteric. The esoteric meaning hidden meaning, and the exoteric meaning the literal word. And to give you an understanding of what that means, for people that don't open up the Bible at all, maybe when they're told to on Sunday, if you open up the book and just read, the sky opened up and the beast came out and bit somebody. The literal word, it happened just like that. I'm paraphrasing here, something in Revelation, but you get my point. The esoteric meaning, the hidden meaning, gives life, hidden meaning, if you will, to that same scenario. For example, the sea. When you read the sea in certain parts of Revelation, they're not talking about the literal sea in the water. The water is symbolic of your emotions. Okay, I hope that understands. But do your due diligence and do cross-reference everything I do say. All right. Now, this book is an excellent book. It was recommended to me by a good friend of mine, and me being an avid reader, I was always curious about the book of Revelation growing up as a child, because when I first read it as a youngster, it was pretty scary. I was like, oh shit, the cloud opening up and beast and the horns and it sounded like some George Lucas production. But as I got older, I had an elder brother, put some fat on my head, more metaphorically speaking, gave me up some knowledge and gave me information on the esoteric meaning of certain things. So essentially, I've come to learn that the book of Revelation is actually a veiled statement of esoteric, arcane, ancient wisdom. Okay, it's not about the sky opening up with beasts coming down or end times or Armageddon, like they want us to believe. It's pretty much, when interpreted psychologically, people, it provides detailed, practical instructions for the spiritual journey, a roadmap, an awakening to higher consciousness. That's what it is. That's what the book is about. Awakening of the Kundalini energy. All right. Now, some of you know about the Kundalini energy, some of you don't. But please get the book, and the book will tell you, give you guidance. It's a good frame of reference of how to have your Kundalini energy rise. Now, for example, when I'm conveying to my listeners, for those of you who are interested in this book, or not even that, I always was curious about the book of Revelation, because you felt like me. Why don't these pastors talk about the book of Revelation? Hell, I was raised a Christian. I'm a recovering Christian now, but I went to so many church services growing up as a jit, and I always made mental notes of how many times that pastors never really talked about the book of Revelation. If they did, They always referred to it as the end times because it was said in Revelations, and the book of Revelation is coming to life. Pray. Be scared. But seriously though, if they did talk about it, they pretty much tried to scare you, whatever. But it's a roadmap, a spiritual journey. It's a beautiful book once it's understood the way it's interpreted, the way it's meant to be understood. Because again, it's for you to understand psychologically. It's if you understand the esoteric meaning behind it, you know, then you'll live a life of every day's a holiday, baby. Let me give you an example of what's in this book. For those of you who are familiar with the book of Revelation, you know how they talk about the 7 churches in the book of Revelations. The church of Ephesus, the Pergamos, Thyatira, the church of Sardis, the church of Philadelphia, and the church of Laodicea. Okay, these 7 churches aren't really actual churches that you go to and you tithe and the choir sings and the deacon is scoping out who he gonna, run the play to later on. Those aren't real churches. Those churches are actually symbolic of 7 chakras. Okay, case in point, the church of Ephesus represents the sacral chakra. Okay, and Ephesus means desirable or appealing, and it's the first chakra to be mastered in your spiritual journey. Okay, now we have other chakras that's represented by the churches. You have the Church of Philadelphia, and it represents the crown chakra, and Church of Sardis, which represents the brow chakra, and the Church of Pergamos, I think, represents the heart chakra. The rest is in the book. It's a good book. Next time you go to Bible study, you bring this book along with your Bible and have a good conversation about it with your church people and all that. Hey, let me get your call right back, big dog. I'm doing a recording right now. Yo. My time is up. Get the book. Stay tuned to my Facebook page for book review number 3. Who knows what that topic is going to be about. God bless y'all.